What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be discussing on whether you should reconsider summoning for Huohuo, and it might actually be a good idea for you to pick up one copy of Huohuo. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because we are about to get an update to a Memory of Chaos in version 1.6. We are about to get stages 11 and 12. As of right now, stage 10 is the hardest stage of the game, and it's pretty challenging. I just completed my Memory of Chaos last night, and it's always kind of challenging for me. I don't have a super whaled out, super stacked account, so I always have a good fun time and a good challenge beating Memory of Chaos. Now, for players that are really advanced, Memory of Chaos is probably a joke. You can probably auto the whole thing, but for the majority of players, 11 and 12 is going to be very hard, and for a lot of us, it's going to be very unattainable unless we make severe adjustments. What I mean by this is the way that we build teams is currently about to change when it comes to Memory of Chaos. So the way we currently run teams is that we have our main DPS, which is going to be our hyper carry. We usually have 2 slots for supports / debuffers, and then we also have 1 slot reserved for the sustain. So the term solo sustain it's become very popular when it comes to building teams. Currently in my account, I have these 4 characters, which are my main sustainers in the game. There's also Japard, which I don't have in March 7th, also kind of sustain. Fireman is also kind of a sustain. But currently in the game, only 3, maybe Lynx, if you have a really well-built Lynx, can be a solo sustainer for Memory of Chaos. However, I believe that with Memory of Chaos 11 and 12, that is completely about to change. So the way we build teams is forever going to change when it comes to Memory of Chaos. And we're going to be coming into an era where we're going to have to run 2 sustains, and this is why I think Huohuo's release is very convenient, because Huohuo by herself fills 2 separate roles. So she fills the role of sustaining your team, making, healing everybody, making sure everybody's kept alive, and also the buffer. One of the buffer slots is also filled up by Huohuo. So this enables you to make teams kind of like this, where you have your main DPS, you have your solar sustainer, and then you also have another sustain, which is a dual sustain comp, but also that doubles as a harmony / support. And then you also have your dedicated support slot. I think this is going to be the way forward for Memory of Chaos 11 and 12 for the majority of players, which is why I changed my mind on Huohuo as soon as they released the 1.6 update with the Memory of Chaos 11 and 12, because I know that enemies are going to be higher leveled. Higher level means that they're going to have more HP. They're also going to hit a lot harder. And then even at 10, if you take the wrong hit, you're going to get one shot if you're not running Fushuan, or if you're not well built. You can only take so many hits in Memory of Chaos 10. In Memory of Chaos 11 and 12, you're going to be getting hit even harder. So having 2 sustainers is probably going to be the play for most of us who just want to clear and we're not interested in speed running or hyper sweaty stuff when it comes to Memory of Chaos. For the super ultra whales that are trying to 0 cycle Memory of Chaos 12, good luck to you. You do you, whatever the case may be, that's on you. But for most of us that just want the Jades, we just want the sense of accomplishment, we just want to beat the stage, I think the double support or double sustain team is going to be the way to go. So this is why you should reconsider summoning for Huohuo, because she fills 2 roles in one, kind of like Fushuan as well, especially if you have your Fushuan at E1 like I do. She kind of provides a little bit of damage buffing, and then she also has damage buffing on her own kit with the crit rate increase. So Fushuan also doubles as a kind of a pseudo support, but Huohuo directly becomes a sustainer and also a support. All of a sudden, characters like Lynx become very valuable, because you can run a team with Fushuan and Lynx on one side, or Lynx and Luocha on one side, Huohuo and Fushuan on one side, or Huohuo or Luocha on one side. You can run Japard and Luocha, you can run March 7th and Luocha. You can pretty much any of the healers and any of the preservation characters, you can just mix and match them, because for a lot of us non-hardcore sweaty players, we are going to struggle going to 11 and 12 just to stay alive. So as of right now, the way you can prepare is you can pretty much start building up all your sustains. Right now I'm working on my Huohuo. When I'm done with that, I'm going to work on my Lynx, and these are going to be my 4 sustainers that I'm going to be running. Maybe I'm gonna do I'm also gonna finish up my fire main, and then I'm gonna have the 2 pretty much the shielder in fireman, and also the damage reduction Fushuan preservation character. So I'm gonna be running preservation abundance on both teams, and then that way I can ensure that I will not die as much as that I will not die pretty much at all. Now, I understand the hesitation of summoning for Huohuo, because her banner is probably the worst banner I've seen in my life. Literally in any gacha game, this is probably the worst value banner I've ever seen in my life. So I understand the hesitation of summoning for Huohuo, but I summon for her because I'm a content creator, so I'm working on some like cool videos that I can make with Huohuo, or just to have her in my account for completion and collection purposes. But for you guys that are not going to be 100% summoning for Huohuo because one, you don't have the currency, or two, you just don't want to, I urge you to start working on your other preservation / abundance characters. Like Natasha, I would urge you to start working on your Fire MC if you haven't done it. Like I'm gonna start working on these like ASAP. And then also on links, I heard something about we getting a links somewhere, but I don't really know for sure, so I don't want to say too much about it. But if I was you, I would start working on my sustainers and my abundance characters for Memory of Chaos 11 and 12. But again, if you can do a few summons on the Huohuo banner, if you get her, she's a fantastic unit. I'm sure you've already seen a lot of videos on her, but she is looking like she's enabling a lot of stuff, a lot of good shenanigans she's enabling. So you should heavily consider summoning for Huohuo. And that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys have a good day, and until next time, guys, see ya.